Hi everyone. Today we find ourselves in Wilmette, Illinois, exploring a little gem of a park that is one of the 17 parks of the Wilmette Park District. Wilmette is located along Lake Michigan and is approximately 14 straight miles north of downtown Chicago. With a population of about 28,000, it is an affluent Chicago suburb with fantastic schools and a wonderful park district. Even if you have never heard of Wilmette before, you likely heard of some of the famous people that were born or lived here. Comedian Neal Brennan, Academy Award-winning actor Charlton Heston, the one and only Bill Murray, everyone's favorite assistant to office colleague Rainn Wilson, America's sweetheart Ann Margret. If landscape architecture sets your heart aflutter, then you will have heard of Jens Jensen. If you are big into titans of industry, then you will know that the founder of Kraft Foods, James L. Kraft, lived here. Also, Lester Crown resides here. Christie Hefner was born here. That's right, Hefner. The co-head of Global Mergers and Acquisitions Group at Citibank lives here. And apologies to St. Louis Cardinals fans, but 3 of the Ricketts that own the Chicago Cubs live in Wilmette. If cuisine is your thing, then you may not have known that Charlie Trotter was born in Wilmette. If music is your jam, sorry about that one, then you will be shocked to learn, as I was, that Sinaed O'Connor lived here in Wilmette for a while. And if you have heard of the band Fall Out Boy, Pete Wentz grew up here. If you like photographers, then Vivian Maier lived in Wilmette for a stint while working as a nanny. If the macabre is your thing, then H. Holmes lived in Wilmette for a while. There are many more, but I can't list them all. The point of all this is not to brag about Wilmette's history or its past and current residents, but to showcase the beautiful and special parks made possible by the hard work of the Wilmette Park District and the community. The Park District is only as good as the people in it. We all know the saying that it takes a village to raise a child. I'd like to go a couple of steps further and say it takes a village to create and maintain parks and programs to help raise children, support families, engage adults, and embrace the aging. A more succinct way of saying this is that park districts are community. Have you ever stumbled upon a place that feels different? A little pocket of peace tucked away from the everyday hustle? That's Keay Nature Learning Center for me. It's right here in Wilmette, almost hidden, right at the corner of Skokie, Boulevard, and Hibbard. But when you step inside, the world changes. It's not a huge place, only about 4.5 acres, but it's amazing how much they've really packed in. You've got these winding paths, see, that take you on a little journey. Nothing strenuous, very gentle, inviting you to slow down. And there's this pond with a little waterfall you can see right behind me. The sound of the water, even if it's not Niagara, it's soothing. You find yourself just stopping, listening, and relaxing even when there's large trucks that pass you by. I've come here at different times of the year. Now today I've obviously come in the rain a little bit and the spring. And in the spring, everything's bursting with green that's fresh, almost electric green. And you'll see the first signs of life around the pond. Maybe some tadpoles or a little frog sunning itself. Summer is all about the shade. The trees, they're not just any trees, they're a mix of native varieties. And they create this cool green canopy. It's a welcome escape on a hot day. And then there's autumn. Oh, the colors, the reds, the yellows, the oranges. It's like someone took a paintbrush and just went wild. The light slants differently too, and everything feels golden. Even in winter, when everything's quiet and the trees are bare, there's a stark beauty to the place. You can see the shape of the land, the bones of the park, in a way you don't notice when everything's in bloom. What I appreciate most about Keay is that it feels natural. It's not overly manicured. The Wilmette Park District has done a great job, especially recently with improvements. They've added these nature play areas using wood from local trees, which is a really nice touch. It blends in very well. They've also been working hard to get rid of invasive species, which I think is so important. It's about letting the native plants thrive, creating a healthy ecosystem. You know, this place was almost a playground. Can you imagine? Thankfully, some smart people realized it could be something more, a place for learning, for reflection, for connecting with nature. It's named after Stephen R. Keay, who worked with people with disabilities. And that's the spirit of accessibility. And that spirit of accessibility is still here. It feels like everyone is welcome. I've seen kids here exploring the paths, their eyes wide with wonder. I've seen older folks sitting on the benches, just enjoying the peace. I've even seen people like me who just needed a few minutes to breathe, to escape the noise, to remember that there's a whole world out there beyond the cars, the buildings, the constant phone notifications. It's a small place, yes, but it's a reminder that sometimes the most important things are the quiet ones, the places where you can just be, like these ducks. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and here's to the next one. Thanks everyone, bye.